But now the major problem that is occurring worldwide, not only in the UK, it's occurring worldwide, is of feeling inferior. A'udhu billah. Allah not put this illness in our hearts. We have to feel proud. The Muslims are being bullied and they beginning to bow. And that is a serious sign of decline. Do you get it? And this is what we have to protect ourselves from feeling inferior such that we feel we have to adopt the symbols of other religions. We have to adopt the practices of other religions to fit in. Fit into what? Most of this country that once upon a time said it was Christian is now atheist. What do you want to fit into? What do you want to assimilate into? There's nothing to fit into, right? This has become a trend amongst a lot of Muslims, which is a very dangerous trend. Do you know why? I remember when we had madrasa, we had kids, one of the teachers was telling the children that Isa alayhi salam is the servant of Allah and isn't the son of God. One of the kids, astaghfirullah, he was only 5 or 6 years old, such innocent flowers. It wouldn't come out of his head that Jesus is the son of God. He said, but that's what Miss taught us in school. That's what Miss taught us. And those are the hymns that we're singing and the songs that we're singing. And you know, Christmas is not like a one-day event that's celebrated in schools. It's prepared for a whole month. The whole story and a'udhu billah min ghadabillah. That's why we have to be very, very careful. And we have to teach our children from a very young age. If they are going to schools, they must be taught from a very young age such that it's instilled into their mind the belief of Islam, and also teach them what others falsely accuse Isa alayhi salam or believe about Isa alayhi salam that we don't believe in. Is that clear? Because it's very dangerous. If that's in schools, how about parents are bringing Christmas home? How do they expect their children then to grow up as people of Tawheed? People who believe in the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. People who believe that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't have a partner, doesn't have a son, doesn't have a wife. Eid trees.
Yeah, like it's just little.
Yeah, that would be a bid'ah dalala too. Why? The scholars have said anything that resembles the religious symbols of another religion is not allowed for us. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Man tashabbaha biqawmin fahuwa minhum." Anybody who resembles a people will be from amongst them. The scholars have said this is speaking about resembling in very particular, specific symbols of a religion, of a people. So for example, if somebody is seen with a cross, what do you say? From a mile away, that person is a Christian. For a Muslim to adopt that is a bid'ah, it's dangerous. You know, some scholars have even taken it to kufr. Why? Because it's venerating a symbol of disbelief that becomes automatic disbelief. Do you get it? So resembling the very specific, particular events, celebrations, and symbols of another religion is a serious bid'ah that the scholars have actually said that takes a person to disbelief. So we have to be careful. We live in a multi-religious society, but that doesn't mean we have to become multi-religious. Do you get it? We are of a single religion, living, coexisting with other religions, and that's something that's not alien to Islam. And in all of that time of history, never did the Muslims reach this low of a standard, which is begin to adopt the symbols of other religions. Every religion lived with their individual symbols and signs, but Muslims never adopted others. They lived in harmony. They lived in peace. Look at Jerusalem. Look at the holiest church that they have in Jerusalem. Who's got the key to it till this day? A Muslim man. Why? Because Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu anh, he protected that church. The Christian said to Sayyidina Umar, come and pray in our church. He said no. He went outside and he prayed outside. Later on the Muslims built a masjid there called Masjid Umar. Why did he pray outside? He said, I am Amirul Mu'mineen. I am the leader of the believing people now. I don't want a Muslim to come sometime later, centuries later, and say, this church belongs to us because our Amirul Mu'mineen prayed in it. Which means what? Lakum dinukum waliyadeen. For you is your religion, for me is my religion. We can live in peace like that. Do you get it? It's a multi-religious society where we don't become multi-religious, but rather we display our religion. Do you get it? And by others displaying their religions, it makes the whole society a multi-religious, a multi-cultural society. But for some reason, Muslims have started to feel for us to be part of this multicultural, multi-religious society, we have to start adopting the signs and symbols of other religions. That's the dangerous point. We don't have to do that. We shouldn't be doing that. Is that clear? And it's become a very sad worldwide phenomena, even in the Muslim countries. Right? Even in the Muslim countries. One of my friends, he's from here, but originally his parents are from Egypt. And he said to me, he said, you know, I went to Egypt in December, and my son, who's only like 6-7 years old, he said to me, he said, Dad, I thought we didn't celebrate Christmas. What's Father Christmas doing in the streets of Cairo? Do you get it? So it's not only, they have the biggest Christmas tree in Dubai or something. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. What can we say? All we can say is we are living in the end of times, and everybody has to safeguard their own religion. This is why the Prophet ﷺ said at the end of time, he gives 3 pieces of advice. What did he say? He said, Amsika alayka lisanak. Grab hold onto your tongue. Which means don't talk too much. Which also means don't text too much, don't comment too much, don't tweet too much.